Something's Cooking with Alpa, and today we are going to make Jwarichi Bhakri. This bhakri is very famous in Maharashtra and mostly eaten with Pithla. Forget about just Pithla, it goes really well with most of the vegetables and it is very, very healthy. So guys, let's begin the process of making our bhakri. So for this recipe guys, all you're gonna need is 1 cup of sorghum, which is Jwari Ka Atta ya Jowar Ka Atta, and 1/4 cup of rice flour, which is Chawal Ka Atta, and some water, and that is about it. And these two are gluten free, so that's double thumbs up. And let's begin with our process now. In a big flat bowl, let's add the Jwari Ka Atta, also called as Sorghum flour, followed by the Chawal Ka Atta, and mix it well. Now let's add little water at a time and let's start kneading the dough. Time to add a little more water and continue kneading the dough. We need the dough to be semi-soft. Once the dough starts coming together, use the bottom of the palm to put the pressure on the dough, moving it across the flat bowl. I'm just going to continue doing this for the next 2 to 3 minutes. After 2 to 3 minutes, my dough is ready. So I'm going to divide it into equal halves and roll them in between my hands like this until I get a smooth texture and turn it into a dish. I'm simply going to repeat the same for the second ball. Also guys, do remember that you should not wait too long after kneading the dough and before making the bhakri. Otherwise the dough will start becoming dry and then you'll start seeing cracks when you make the bhakri. So do not delay. As soon as you make the dough, immediately you start making the bhakri. So you see, we now have 2 flat thick dish shaped dough which will give us 2 bhakris. And now let's keep this aside, and time to sprinkle generous amount of dry flour on the chakla. Then take one of the flat dish and we need to lightly press on it so as to make it even more flatter and bigger in size. You see how I'm doing it? Because we have generously sprinkled the flour, this dough disc is not sticking to the chakla and is moving easily. If the corners break a bit, then just lightly bring them back together. Now I am taking very little water in my hands and dabbing it on top of the bhakri like this. Time to start cooking this bhakri. So take a griddle and turn on the flame, and once the griddle is hot, I am going to take this bhakri on my hands and very gently land the top side of this bhakri on the bottom of the griddle. Now taking water in my hands, I'm going to apply it on top of the bhakri, and I am simply making sure that all of the surface area of the bhakri is covered with water. We are going to cook this bhakri on this side for the next 1 to 1.5 minutes. In about a minute and a half, I'm going to take the spatula and I'm going to run it underneath this bhakri and flip it and cook the other side for a minute or 2. Make sure to check it in intervals so that you do not burn it. Looks like this side is also done. So time to take it off the griddle, flip it, and we are going to land it on top of the flame. Be very careful as it is going to be really hot. Keep moving it on the flame as well so it gets cooked evenly from all sides. Then remove the bhakri on the plate and turn off the flame, and you see how amazing our bhakri has turned out. So I'm simply going to repeat the same process and make the second bhakri. And see guys, I made both the bhakris and time for me to taste. I wish I had some Pithla with me right now, or some thecha. Oh, yum, yum, yum. That would have been perfect. But do make this. This is as simple as it looked. Nothing fancy. Do let me know what your experience was. And I hope you enjoyed spending time with me, and I will see you later. Bye bye. And this thing has twisted. Bye.